right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. Got a pretty good slate of baseball games today, but that's about all there is.
Yep.
No hockey tonight. Vegas took a 2-0 lead last night. Pretty dominant performance, really, last night.
Yeah, I was watching some of the post game, and they talking, to some of the supposed experts and asking them what they thought Florida needed to do. And I know one guy said, "I don't think there's anything they can do." He said he thinks they're too deep. He said, "I just don't think they can." He says, "I'll be surprised if they can do much." So we'll see. I mean, of course, I'm a Vegas fan. I hope he's right. But going back to Florida, they've had a lot of success at home. I'm shocked that Florida has handled them like they've scored 12 goals on them in 2 games. I don't know if they give up 12 goals in a couple of the whole series against teams. They was only giving up 1 goal a game, it seemed like. So, but we'll see. Florida's definitely going to win. I think both of these at home have a chance.
Hey, how's it going, Billy and Glenn? No, yeah, I think they really took control of that series. I mean, because now you're going back to Florida, but as long as you split in Florida, they're going to be happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they like the sweep. But
yeah. Well, if they can get one,
how often do sweeps happen? As long as you can get one, as long as they can get one in Florida, they'll. I mean, you're setting pretty good shape. And then NBA don't play again until tomorrow, which I hate. I don't understand why. I guess this time it made a little bit more sense having the 2 days off because they were traveling. But last time it didn't make no sense because you had games back to back. They dragged this finals out. Looking forward to that game tomorrow. But yeah, I had a good day yesterday. I was 5-0. I was 4-0 in baseball, and then I had the Golden Knights on as well. So I was 5-0 on my picks yesterday.
I went 5-0 also.
That puts me 324 and 263 on the year so far. All right.
You went 4-0. I thought we had opposite picks on a couple. What did you have on your baseball picks?
I had the Phillies -1.5 against the Tigers. I had the Marlins money line against the Royals, Pirates money line against the Athletics, and Rangers money line against the Cardinals.
Oh, I guess we didn't have anything different. I thought we did. Maybe I was the day. Maybe I was before.
I was saying this. I looked at the wrong day when I checked them
because I went 4-0. I thought you had something different. Oh, I think that you didn't take the Tampa Bay game. You didn't take the Boston or Tampa Bay game. I took Tampa Bay and they won.
No, we talked about it a little bit, but I didn't take them.
Yeah, I went 5-0 also.
Now I think the day before we did have a couple opposites.
Yeah,
I remember.
Man, no way baseball goes is that.
So I think I took the Nationals and you took the Phillies on one game. I think the other day.
The way my baseball goes, I'll have a 4-1 or 5-0 one day, and then the next day I'll go 1-4. I'm up and down in baseball.
Baseball is hard. I just basically go off like pitching matchups.
I do like the money lines though. The money lines seem like they're. I mean, if you can hit them, I mean, you can put 4 or 5 teams together. You can come back with a decent.
Yeah. All right, get these pulled up, and we'll jump into baseball. Like I said, there's quite a few games today. I like a few of them. It's gonna be interesting to see how golf changes after after the end of this season. Now that Live and PGA have merged, I guess they're gonna have some kind of press conference. But from what I'm hearing, that they're both gonna finish their seasons out separately. So it'll start next season. Like any changes will start next season.
Let me ask you a question real quick before we start. It's about baseball. The Reds made the announcement today they're bringing De La Cruz up. Do you think that they're doing that now? You got about 3 weeks before July 1st, which is about almost the halfway point. Maybe a little bit middle of July is maybe the halfway point. Do you think maybe they're trying to add a little boost to the team to maybe to keep them in the hunt.
They could be, but I think he'd already been up. I kind of think he'd been up a little sooner if it wouldn't been for the injury he had. But yeah, I've been waiting on him to bring him up, so I'm glad that they finally announced they're going to. But I think he'd have been up maybe last month if it wouldn't have been for the injury he had early in the year. But since he came back from that injury, he's been killing it in the minors. And we got a lot of. I mean, we got a couple other rookies that are playing real good right now as well. So you add him, and if he can play well, man, it definitely could be a boost.
I know.
And then you have Otto in a rehab assignment, so he should be getting back soon. Who adds, if anything, adds another bat that you can bring off the bench until you decide how you're going to work him in. And
a fantastic start from Abbott yesterday. First time pitcher, first time major leaguer, was dominant. Only got one hit, 5 or 6 strikeouts. Did have 4 walks, but that could be a little bit of nerves. But I mean, he was dominant.
Yeah,
Reds won 2-0.
And at least they didn't get swept by the Brewers. But man, we'd at least would like to split that series 2-2. But it'd been nice to win the series, especially coming in with the momentum they were coming in. But yeah, let's see. We got. Hey, how's it going, Don? Billy says, "Hey, he went and watched them hardcore wrestling matches. They were insane."
Yes, yes, they're insane. You guys need to check them out.
Marcus said the same thing because he went and watched them as well.
Yeah, Glenn, you might want to check that out. Game Changer Wrestling. What was that called again?
Cage of Survival.
Cage of Survival. You might look that up. You might like that. It's pretty crazy. It's crazy stuff.
One says Mr. Red 3.0. Oh yeah, I think he De La Cruz could be a big star, especially if he can stay healthy. You know, like Astros today, I have 3 picks, but I have to pick one. Orioles, Boston all money line.
Well, my picks, I've got Baltimore. One of mine is money line. I didn't take Houston today.
I didn't take Houston today. I'm not taking Houston today either. We'll jump into baseball. I'm giving out 5 picks today.
I am too.
Houston, but yeah, Houston was one I decided to stay off of. Well, the first game is going to be Minnesota Twins, Tampa Bay Rays. Excuse me. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites, minus 172 on the money line. The Twins are plus 144 on the money line. Over under is at 7.5 runs. The Twins are 31-29 on the season, 31-15 at home. They're going to start Varland tonight, who has a 3-1 record with a 3.51 ERA. The Twins are hitting .233 as a team on the season, have a 3.42 ERA. Team ERA, excuse me. The Rays are 43-19, 26-6 at home. They'll have Eflin on the mound tonight, who's 7-1 with a 3.30 ERA. Rays are hitting .266 as a team and have a 3.66 team ERA. I like the Rays on the money line at home. The next game I like is the Kansas City Royals, Miami Marlins. Marlins are 1.5 run favorites, minus 162 on the money line. The Royals are plus 136 on the money line. Over-unders at 7.5 runs. Royals are 18-42 on the season, 9-19 on the road. They will have Greinke on the mound tonight, who is 1-5 with a 4.19 ERA. Royals are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .233 as a team on the season with a 5.05 team ERA. Marlins are 33-28, 19-13 at home. They will have Luzardo on the mound tonight. He's 4-4 with the 4.05 ERA. The Marlins are 4-1 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .260 as a team on the season and have a 4.29 team ERA. I like the Marlins on the money line in this game. Next game I like, Detroit Tigers, Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies are 1.5 run favorites, minus 188 on the money line. The Tigers are plus 158 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9 runs. The Tigers are 26-32 on the season, 12-19 on the road. They're starting Alexander tonight, who is 1-0 with a 6.38 ERA. Tigers are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .224 as a team on the season with a 4.47 team ERA. Phillies are 28-32, 15-10 at home. They are starting Walker tonight. Walker's 4-3 with a 5.65 ERA. Phillies are 3-2 over their last 5. Phillies beat the Tigers 8-3 yesterday. Phillies are hitting .258 as a team on the season with a 4.51 team ERA. I like the Phillies on the money line. Next game I like, Oakland Athletics at the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 275 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 225 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. The Athletics are 12-50 on the season, 5-26 on the road. Kapperman starting tonight with a 0-6 record and an 8.12 ERA. Athletics are 0-5 over the last 5 games, hitting .218 as a team and have a 6.69 team ERA. The Pirates are 32-27 on the season, 16-13 at home. Keller is starting for the Pirates. He is 7-1 with a 3.25 ERA. Pirates are 5-0 over their last 5 games, hitting .248 as a team on the season with a 3.92 team ERA. I like the Pirates at the minus 1.5. And then the last game I'm taking tonight is the Baltimore Orioles and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are 1.5 run favorites, minus 130 on the money line. The Orioles are plus 110 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. Orioles are 37-22 on the season, 20-10 on the road. Gibson is starting for the Orioles tonight. He is 7-3 with a 3.89 ERA. Orioles are hitting .249 as a team on the season with a 4.18 ERA, team ERA. Brewers are 32-28 on the season, 16-12 at home. You have Peralta starting for the Brewers. He's 5-5 with a 4.62 ERA. Brewers are hitting .228 as a team on the season and have a 4.07 team ERA. I like the Baltimore Orioles here at the plus 1.5. Getting the Orioles with at 1.5. I think it's going to be a real close game. Orioles have the pitching advantage in this game. They're hitting a little bit better, but the Brewers do have a pretty good bullpen. Brewers, you just never know if their offense is going to come alive or not.
Baltimore's a good road team too.
Yeah, 20-10 on the road. So I like the Orioles at the plus 1.5. If you like them on the money line, you get them at plus 110. So I mean, either way, you're getting good odds with the Orioles.
I took them on the money line. So.
But yeah, that's going to be my baseball picks. Phillies on the money line, Marlins on the money line, Rays on the money line, Pirates minus 1.5, and the Orioles at the plus 1.5. Yeah, I know he'd mentioned the Astros. I ended up staying away from that game. It's a pretty good pitching matchup between Brown and Gosman. Blue Jays have been pretty good at home. They didn't get to play much at home early in the season because some renovations were still going on.
Houston did beat them last night, but
but I thought Houston had the pretty good advantage on the pitching last night. I think pitching matchup's a little better today. Not saying that Astros won't win, but it was just a game that I decided to stay away from because of the pitching matchup.
My parlay for tonight, I got Minnesota at Tampa Bay at the Tampa Bay money line, Arizona money line at Washington, at the White Sox at the Yankees money line. I got Baltimore money line at Milwaukee, and I've got St. Louis at Texas. I took Texas money
line. All right. Reds are starting a series against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I almost took the Reds at the +1.5. Weaver's been pitching pretty good, but that Gonsolin's been pitching pretty
Yeah.
good for the Dodgers as well. I just don't know how much offense we'll get going.
Yeah, Dodgers hit the ball well. We've been hitting fairly well.
Glenn. Marcus said he was going to the Dub on Friday.
Yep. Yeah, he said he'd be there. He's been going about every Friday here.
He's been back into that routine about every Friday.
Yeah, we'll be.
And then Saturday they're in Lebanon.
We'll be in Lebanon also. Yeah, WCWO is in Lebanon. And I know they've been putting on some real good shows in Lebanon.
Yeah, they've been almost pretty much sold out the last 2 times they've been there. I heard so. Hopefully it's a big crowd because one time we was supposed to go and I was sick, and the other time it was the same. It was WrestleMania. We didn't get to go. So hopefully they get a big crowd this time. But all right. Anything else? I know tomorrow we got the basketball. I think Denver's like a 2.5 point favorite on the road.
I just think on there I seen 3 on TV.
I think it's been staying right around 2.5, 3. I think Denver's going to win the game. To me, I mean, hey, Miami played a good game, came back, won that game. But if you look at it, I mean, they shot basically 50% from 3-point range. Denver only had one person score over 20 points, and that was Jokic with his 40. Nobody else on the team had 20 points. Miami had like 5 guys with in the 20s, and they still won that game by 3 points with Denver with a ball in their hand with a chance to tie. So that it still makes a. That's what I still think Denver wins the series. I said Denver in 6 at the beginning. I didn't think Denver would sweep them just because hey, it's hard to sweep a team, and the Miami team they're competitive. I still think Denver wins the series. I think Denver's going to bounce back and get a win tomorrow night.
Denver is 0-4 in the playoffs when Joker scores 40 points or more.
Yeah.
So just like you said the other day, I mean, if he can't get the other players involved, the other team's got a better chance of beating him.
Well, that's what I was saying. Well, I don't care who you are. If your teammates don't step up, I mean, nobody else on the team had 20 points. You're not going to win many games.
Well, and
it wasn't because Jokic wasn't passing the ball. It was guys missing shots.
Well, the one guy been playing real
Porter
well.
Jr. disappeared. He couldn't hit anything. Murray, I mean, he got going a little bit there in the fourth quarter, but like I say, he still didn't even have 20 points. And he's usually guys giving.
I think the 3-point shooting was like 17%.
Yeah, they didn't shoot the ball very well, and the Heat shot it real well. So I do think the adjustment of putting Butler on Murray did affect a little bit, but I look for Denver to make an adjustment and handle it better. So, like I said, I think Denver comes back and gets this one. But hey, Miami did what they needed to do. They were able to split at home.
If Miami can come out of there
or a split on the road, I mean,
if they can come out of this first 4 games 2-2, they'll be extremely happy. They beat them at home. They beat Denver at Denver's place, and Denver hadn't lost a home game yet.
Yeah,
it's a big thing.
Yeah, I just still think if Denver plays to me, Miami has to play almost a great game to beat Denver. If Denver plays a good game, if Denver plays a great game, Denver didn't play very good. Didn't play a very good game most of that game. Played pretty good defensively for parts of it, but offensively, I mean, it was basically just Jokic, and it wasn't because he wasn't passing the ball. It was just hey, if you can't get assists, if guys aren't hitting shots. And I think if you're Miami, you try to lock down them guys, and what Jokic gets, he gets, and that to me that's your best chance. But we appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show in podcast form, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio. If you'd like to listen to podcast form, go check us out over there. Please rate and review. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also, hit that subscribe button on YouTube at GonzoSportsRoom. Like and follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at GonzoSportsRoom. That's where I post all the different information about our shows. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3 o'clock with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. One more time, real quick. My picks today: Phillies money line, Marlins money line, Tampa Bay Rays on the money line, Pirates -1.5, and the Orioles at the +1.5. But we appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday, and we will see you guys tomorrow.